For every good idea, there are 1,000 bad ones, and it is sometimes difficult to tell the difference. In 1997, there were two men with two goals. The first was to start a new company, and the second was that the company will sell things on the internet just like Amazon. They toyed around with different ideas like customized dog food, customized shampoo, customized baseball bats, all to be sold over the internet. They were looking for an opportunity to be the next big boys in town. Those were the days of video rental stores, and Blockbuster was the king of video rentals. After facing a steep late fee from Blockbuster for an overdue rental, one of the partners latched onto the idea of renting DVDs over the internet. This is how Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings founded Netflix. In 2000, 3 years after the launch of Netflix, the partners offered Blockbuster the opportunity to buy Netflix for $50 million. Blockbuster, who had over 9,000 brick and mortar stores in America, turned them down. As of February 2020, Blockbuster, a bankrupt company, had only one store in America, while Netflix is one of the richest companies in the world, with 193 million paid memberships in 190 countries. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And I am come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land unto a good land, and a large, unto a land flowing with milk and honey, unto the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites, and the Amorites and the Perizzites, and the Hivites and the Jebusites. It's another Christmas season, and more often than not, we are reminded that Christ is the reason for the season. We are told that his birth ushered in the hope of salvation. Hence, the season should be a time to focus more on the reason for the season. My task today is different. I want to look at the seasons in our reason. The founders of Netflix had a goal, which was to sell a groundbreaking product on the internet and be like Amazon. They went through several seasons in their bid for world domination. As their seasons changed, their reasons changed. They went from customized shampoos to DVD sales and rentals. They went from DVD sales and rentals to online movie subscription services. They were once known as cable and now known as Netflix. They once licensed content from other people, but now focus on producing their own original titles. Their ambition was once to sell their company for $50 million, but now their 2020 third quarter turnover is $6.4 billion. Different seasons, different reasons. We all have different reasons, missions, goals, and ambitions that change day by day as our seasons buffet us with winds of blessings, adversity, opportunities, distractions, obstacles, etc. We keep on refining our mission statement. We adjust our goals and expectations. We set our sights higher or lower. We sometimes settle for the status quo. Your mission was marriage to tall, dark, and handsome from Ogun State, but NYSC took you to Delta State, and you now find yourself married to the short, pot-bellied Urhobo man. Your dream was to be a hotshot lawyer, but you're now a cabin crew for Airpace, even though you have your law degree. You not only planned for your kids, but also had names for your future grandkids, and now the doctor says you can never have children. You never wanted polygamy, but now see yourself with 4 wives and probably more to come. You started out as a Catholic and now you're a deacon in a Pentecostal church. You started 2020 with plans of expanding your business, but COVID has sent you into bankruptcy. Between you and your reason, there are several seasons that determine how your reason ends. The children of Israel had one mission when they left Egypt, and that was to get to the promised land, a land flowing with milk and honey. This was their next big thing, promised to them by no other person than their God, the God of their patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The journey was supposed to take a few days, but they ended up spending 40 character building years in the wilderness. We now refer to experiences that are time wasting or full of unnecessary detours as Israelite journey. Believers also refer to tough times, discomforting situations, periods of lack, adversity, and temptations as wilderness experience. The choices we make in the season determine the length of the season, the outcome of the season, and the possibility of repeating that season, albeit in different circumstances. The promised land never changed, but the Israelites changed. The 40-year Israelite journey is symbolic of the Christian walk. Many are called, but few are chosen. Many started, many didn't make it. For most of them, their seasons changed their reasons. Their seasons change their outcomes, their end goals. What exactly is your mission today? What is your goal or aspiration? What is your journey or life's walk? Do you realize that there's no guarantee you won't change your goal or adjust your settings? No guarantee whatsoever. This is what seasons are about. They alter the course of those who have no anchor. They sink those whose missions are unclear. They refine your character. They make you weaker or stronger. There's only one man whose reason never changed. He was born for a purpose, and the seasons never deterred him. His mission was critical to the human race, so he stayed focused. When everyone abandoned him, he continued with his mission. When he looked back and saw his father was no longer with him, he cried out, "Why hast thou forsaken me?" But he pressed on. His reason was the salvation of mankind. It is the only reason that can never change, because a man called Yeshua pressed on through the seasons because of his reason, you and I. For this reason, you can survive your seasons if you make him your reason. God bless you all.